everyone, welcome back to the channel. Lisa here. I'm doing a very different reading today. It's more of a channeling and also an experience that I had that I wanted to share with you. I used this deck today, and I don't know why, but this deck reminded me of a really recent experience that I had. So many of you know me as Lisa, an Angel of Tarot 333. Definitely do a lot of tarot readings, love readings, general readings, what have you. This is a very different reading, okay? Some of you don't know that I am a medium. I can connect to loved ones who have passed on, and these are connections that happen with me on a very random basis, okay? It's not something I try to do. When I live my everyday life just like anybody else, I do my own thing. I'm not even thinking too much, oh, I need to read somebody, or, I need to connect to somebody's loved one or connect to a spirit. I go about my life just like anybody else. Well, recently I went to Nashville, and a friend of mine had said to me, let's go to this plantation. Let's go to this beautiful plantation. They have a tour there. There's a mansion there. They have wine tasting. And I'm not going to mention the name of the tour, or the tour, I should say, only because I don't want to get somebody in trouble, because there's a part of the story that they told me something, and I don't know if they should have shared it, okay? So I want to just keep that anonymous. Some of you may already know which one it is, but I just went there, right? Yeah, let's do this. Let's have fun. So we go there. And we get there, and like I said, I just live my life. I try to be happy-go-lucky. I don't really think about things. And immediately we walk onto the grounds of this estate. And immediately I start feeling really bad energy, really, really bad energy. So when I feel energies that are very strong, that are from loved ones who have passed on, my body tells me through a certain way that there is a spirit or many spirits, and it will usually tell me if there is negativity or if it is positive. And most cases, my eyes will start watering, okay, along with what happens inside my body. And so immediately I start feeling like really, really negative energy. And I look at my friend. I was with two girlfriends. I look at my friend and I said, was this were there slaves here? Were there slaves here on this plantation? And she said yes, because I didn't research anything. I just went, okay, we're going to do this, right? And she said yes. I said, okay, so that made sense, right? Why I was feeling the way that I was feeling, because definitely that was a terrible time. This was a plantation that was built in the 1850s. It was very, very old. So she walked off. My other girlfriend and I, we were walking towards the part of the estate where there's some horses and, just beautiful. I mean, it's a beautiful place. And I start to see, now mind you, I get messages different ways, but usually if I get a visual message, meaning I see something, it's usually like a picture. Usually I get a picture or something very short, like a very tiny short movie. I started getting this movie, like right before my eyes, seeing terrible, terrible things happening, okay, with slaves. And it was so terrible that I was crying, and I was telling my friend, oh my God, I can't believe this. I can't believe what they're showing me. I can't believe this. And it took me a minute to get myself together. So that was the first thing, that the first experience that I saw on this estate. I feel there are reasons why they showed me this, and I'll kind of give you a reason why I think this was shown to me. But we moved towards the tour. So I got myself together, we moved towards the tour. And we moved towards, I put these cards here, like I said, they reminded me of, what I went through for some reason. And I found, the cards that would help me remember this story here. And just to give you kind of a visual, well, we have the Four of Wands here, okay? So there was this beautiful home that we walked up to. We go into this beautiful home. Right when I walk into the entryway of this home, okay, we're with other people, and there's a tour guide here giving us a tour, and immediately in the entryway I could feel, definitely could feel a very strong energy that was coming through. And so she starts talking about a particular gentleman who was a slave, who helped the owners of the house take care of the horses. And I just, thought to myself, because I communicate with spirits who pass on through my thoughts and my feelings. And I've done this before. I've actually asked them specific questions, as I actually recently had a friend who had a spirit in their home. So you can have, if you are able to channel it, you can have a full conversation, okay? So that's why I said, right, not everybody's going to be into this kind of story, right? But I thought to myself, I feel his energy very, very strongly. I wonder if he is here. And he says to me right away, "Yes, ma'am." And he was communicating with me, and I have to say I don't remember exactly, because there was so many energies going on. The inside of this home, okay, and I got the tower here, felt very unstable to me. So much energy, so much chaos going on. I'm listening to the tour guide, and right when he said "yes ma'am" to me, she said, "Oh, and there's a picture of him right there." And I looked over, and then I saw his picture. So there was so much going on, and and sometimes I will say I've learned from other mediums what they experience. And for some of you, if you are a medium or you're an empath, clairvoyant, whatever you are, you may, some of these things may resonate with you. And that has helped me grow too, is to listen to what other people experience as this is happening. But I had so much going on, my mind was a little bit cluttered. And then also the experience that I had outside, that I wasn't fully concentrating, because when my friend asked me afterwards, "What did he say to you?" I only remember "yes ma'am." I can't remember anything else that he said. So looked at his picture, we continued on with the tour. And I'm going to tell you, I felt many energies in the house. I'm not going to go over each of the energies that I felt, but strong presence there of the people that lived in the home. So the very one that was important to me is we went upstairs. Okay, we went upstairs. You go upstairs, and there's this open room. Okay, it looks like, if I were to explain what it would look like in a home today, it kind of looks like a loft, a big loft though, and kind of a sunny room, a lot of light in the room. The girl who was doing the tour, she explained that there were, originally in the home, there were no windows, right? But they were framed windows. Wood, there was a wood frame around the windows, but they were open. So there was air coming in through that area. They had, when they restored or did some restorations of this home or this mansion, they put window panes on them. Now, when we immediately walked up into the room, this is what I felt. I felt death. I felt something really awful that happened in this room. But the interesting thing about that is the energy didn't match. And that's part of why I'm doing this reading, is because I want you, as someone just with your intuition, to be able to realize that your intuition is telling you something, but the energy is not matching what your intuition is telling you. Okay, so for me, I was channeling this energy. I was feeling this strong, awful energy, and I said to my friend, I'm like, oh my gosh, something really, really bad happened in this room. Something's off about this room, because in this room they had baby stuff. And it was really confusing to me. I was like, well, how can I feel this strong, strong energy, but yet I'm seeing something happy? I'm seeing baby stuff in this room. Okay. And I saw this chair. There was, with the baby stuff, there was like this long chair. It was a chair that I had never seen before, but it also kind of looked like a bench to me. But I kept thinking in my mind, what is this chair? Like, it's weird looking. It's out of place. It doesn't fit here with this baby stuff. And I'm feeling this very strong, strong energy that I'm not liking. Okay. And it was as strong as the energy as I felt when I came onto the plantation of that movie, replaying, right? Terrible things that were done to slaves. And so as I am thinking all this, the tour guide, right, she's taking us along the tour. We go through the home, and finally she's, people had gone outside, so she was kind of alone, because I wanted to ask her some questions. There had been somebody that she talked about that was in the home that had been helping with the children, that the bedroom was near that loft area where I saw the baby stuff. So I thought, oh, well, maybe she passed away in the home and something terrible happened to her. So I found the strength. Here's the strength card, right? I found the strength because it really bothered me that the energy didn't match, and just my gut here told me something is off here in this room. So I went up to her and I said, I know this is a very strange question. I told her I feel energies. Definitely feel a lot of different energies here in the home, but I said, did this person, okay, I gave her the name. I said, did this person die in the home? She said, well, I don't know, but I would assume so. I said, okay. I said, because when we went into that loft area room, I felt something really, really bad, something awful in that room. And, it just doesn't feel right to me. And she says to me, well, it's funny that you say that. Okay, and I want to hone in, right? This is my intuition, and also, right, I channel things very strongly, and like I said, I can talk to spirits. But something was off about that room, and I wasn't being shown exactly what it was, because sometimes I will be shown, but I wasn't this time. And she said to me, it's funny that you say that, because that room, she said, there's a chair. Did you see that chair? Did you see that long chair? The one I kept telling you I was questioning, like, what is that? It doesn't match the energy. She says to me, that's a cooling chair. I said, what's a cooling chair? She said, they used to lie dead bodies on that cooling chair. So I tried to Google, like, if there's any information on a cooling chair. I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anything on this plantation. I feel like this plantation tries to keep things like that, maybe the supernatural, the haunted, whatever. Like, they don't want that, because I feel like they want everything to look happy there, because they do these tours and they have wine tasting there. And I couldn't believe it. They even do weddings there, which I thought was odd. But I couldn't believe it. Like, there it was. High Priestess energy was telling me something was off about that room. That energy did not match it. That chair did not belong. And they used to put dead bodies on it. And, you know, back in the 1850s, it wasn't like now, right? So they had to have a place where they could put, if there was a dead body, they had to put it somewhere so that it didn't stink, right? Didn't stink up the house. You know, I don't know why they wouldn't put it out. I mean, I don't know what the reasons why they wouldn't put it outside. I mean, you know, animals, all kinds of things. So they would lay it on this cooling chair. And like I said, there was no window panes on the windows. So there was plenty of air that was coming through there. And I couldn't believe it when she told me, and she said, you know what, we don't tell people this. And you know, because they want to keep things happy, right? Page of Cups. This is a happy card. It's also that baby energy that I was feeling. My intuition was telling me, right, that this was not a room where babies were playing or baby things were. I feel like they just put that stuff there to make it look happy. Funny that nobody asked what that chair was too when we were there. So I feel I wanted to share this with you. It's a prime example, maybe on a different level, because I am very drawn to the supernatural. I've had many experiences like this, but I feel like it was also a twofold message for you. Like, your intuition tells you when something is not right and something is off and the energy doesn't match. But very interesting experience that I had there. Like I said, I felt many energies there. And I feel like I was being shown in the beginning, right, the awful energy there, because I feel like they wanted to show me, the slaves that were there wanted to show me that it was not a happy place. But everything there is portrayed to be happy in the tours and all of that. So interesting energy that I picked up there. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you do enjoy this type of reading or this messages of experiences that I've had with the supernatural, let me know in the comments, like the video, because I will do more. This was just something that I felt called to do, and I just use these cards as visuals for you. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day or evening, and I'm sending you angel love.